let's try that one. Oh, I have a guest here with me today. Would you like to reveal yourself?
Good heavens.
Good heavens.
Good heavens. It's been a long time since I've been on as well.
It's been a while. Oh my god,
Am I too quiet?
No, you're fine. Carry on.
I'm fine. This is a really relaxing bed. It's not what I'm used to when doing radio.
This is the SLET News bed. It's one of my favourites.
Because people who know me know me for having trumpets of the dub bass thing as the bed. And it would be like... Of course it's dying.
Sorry?
No, I'm just... You should turn the screen round, otherwise I'm going to comment. This is my radio degree talking. Yes, for those who don't know me, I am a former member, a former presenter
You are?
on Phantom. Formerly Adam Peakle, formerly of the Adam Peakle Show.
Yeah.
One of the highest rated shows on Phantom
Not
Radio.
anymore, my friend.
Yeah, I'm not here anymore, so that's why.
Well, even your previous ratings are not as high as one of our shows this year.
No, it was back when I was a student, it was high.
Yeah.
Do you know why it was high?
Why? Because you got everyone to listen to it.
Because everyone who was listening in were my mum's friends in Essex, so I had a really high listenership because my mum would share out on the internet.
That is kind of cheating.
Not really. It's called marketing. Yeah.
Anyway, yes, hello everyone. I do have Adam here with me today. Why is Adam here? Well, I was working today in the office. For those of you that don't know, I do also work at the union. I am a voice assistant, though by all technicalities, Adam gives me the most work to do. So, Adam's assistant, in quotation marks. But Adam said to me today, when are you gonna get me on the radio then? And I said, tonight. And thus we are here.
And I was like, yeah, sure.
So I don't know what the show is gonna be like. Honestly, I think I'm gonna leave it to you, as we're using your branding and merchandise.
I didn't realise you still had it.
Yeah. For those of you on the live stream, if there is anyone on the live stream, I haven't actually told anyone about this other than a post on the Instagram. So anyone that knows your generic silhouette will know.
So
Owen might know, but again, Owen might also be at work. So it's entirely likely that we won't have Owen, and it's entirely likely that we might have Owen. But honestly, I do not know. I do like this bed. I like Die Young. It's a nice bed.
Oh, so this is a bed?
Yeah, it's a bed. It's an instrumental version. Just play it.
I'm just, all I can hear is the doof, doof in my head over and over again.
But we're gonna... How did your shows used to go?
So it would normally start off with trumpets of the dub, you know.
Yeah.
And I would chime in a very energetic voice and... hello and welcome to the Adam Peakle Show! And then we'd talk about movies, we'd talk about TV, stuff that's going on in the world. Just anything really. We were a talk show, but then we'd have music in between.
Yeah, of course.
I'd even have fun games and guests on.
Games?
Games.
You did games?
I did so many games. A lot of them were quizzes, but we had some other games as well. None that I can think of off the top of my head.
But you swear there were games?
There were definitely games.
There were games.
But a majority, 90% of them were quizzes. Like, my favourite one was Who Wants to Be... And it was a parody of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but it was Who Wants to Be the Owner of a Packet of Biscuits. And so...
The funding really went downhill.
And whoever got the most questions... This was when I'd have two guests on. Whoever got the most questions correct gets to be the owner of a packet of biscuits.
And you gave them a packet of biscuits.
And I did a terrible Chris Tarrant impersonation.
If anyone is listening and would like to probably listen to this, it should be on the Phantom Media All of the Shows playlist on Spotify.
It's just going to be an archive of everything cringy I've ever said.
Yes, exactly. That is exactly what it will be. But for the moment, we are going to get into some songs just while we figure out roughly what we want to do. So for the moment, please enjoy Fortnite and 9 Lives, and we will see you again in a little bit.
Hello and welcome to the Adam Peakle
Show.
Show on Sky Show. What is your name of your show?
Behind the desk.
Behind the Desk. Welcome back to the show. Sky didn't know how to introduce it, so I was like, let's just do the old Adam Peakle one. Welcome back to the show. We don't have much planned for
We have
today.
nothing planned.
We're absolutely improvising.
Yeah.
Here. But there's so much we can always talk about.
There's
It's
always something to talk about, I'm
all
sure.
the crazy stuff going on in the world. We're not doing
Why
politics.
have we gone to such a posh voice today?
No, the voice. This is my radio voice. My voice
Oh,
always.
your radio voice is very...
No, my radio voice chops and changes around. It's
I
all over the
see.
place, really, because it will suddenly just go very deep and then up to the. Just, it's a style. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
It's just. But there's so much we can talk about at the moment. There's
Yeah.
everything that's going on. I mean, I was watching the other day. Have you heard of the Excel Championships?
The X... I have not.
So we both love a spreadsheet.
We do love a spreadsheet, we do.
We do. Well, there's a championship, and you're probably thinking, oh, it's just a few people in a basement somewhere.
Wait, no,
Yeah.
I've seen Excel speedruns and like tests to do...
Well, that's sort of what they do for the championship. So it's whoever can do it the quickest,
Yeah.
and also make sure there's no mistakes. And they treat it like it's the Super Bowl. Like, if you see this, they come out of nowhere. And so there was one guy, I think his name was Sam Chen. And like they introduced them from where they're from. I can't remember which city he was from, but it was like it's in America, and they have like the announcers and this guy coming in from Florida. It's the one, the only, the freak in the sheets. It's Sam Chen, and they'd come running out. They've got like all the gear, the flashing lights. and it's like
Yeah.
this is an Excel spreadsheet competition, and I have to say, quite interesting.
Yeah?
Because it's like to the same level. You've probably watched esports kind of stuff.
I have watched some esports, admittedly not much, but I have watched some.
Not really my cup of tea, because all it is really like Fortnite and Team Fortress 2.
The older ones were good. There were some that did Rainbow Six Siege and CSGO, not CS2. Right, this is a personal vendetta. They ruined CSGO because CSGO. Do you know CSGO?
Was that the
Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
Yes,
it was like the really big Counter-Strike for the
Yes.
newer one. And then they bought out CS2. But instead of making it a different game, they just updated CSGO. Which means they haven't deleted CSGO because you can still get it. But like, they ruined it so much.
A bit like what they did with... what about Tracer? I'm already Tracer.
Oh, Overwatch.
Overwatch, that's it. 'Cause
Yeah.
they kind of they got rid of Overwatch 1 and then just started Overwatch 2.
Yeah. Honestly, some of the best shooters at the moment is probably Valorant. I don't play shooters anymore, admittedly.
I don't really do too many online fighting games, except for, have you ever seen Chivalry 2?
I've heard of Chivalry.
Oh my, it is the craziest thing ever. So I'm a history nerd, love history. And basically, you fight, it's basically Call of Duty in medieval times. And some of the weapons you
I'm
can
gonna show the
have...
stream this.
Yeah, just getting the stream up here.
This
I'm-
is Chivalry.
I played the original Chivalry when I was a teenager. And, oh yeah,
Oh.
you've got to be a certain age. It's
Let's
an
do
18 game.
images, that's fine.
Um,
Oh, I have played some of this, I believe.
Oh, it's great. And I got my friend Lou into it recently as well. And she was like, Adam, I could play this for hours. I was like, I know. It's one of those games I'll play for ages and I'll just leave behind. But are there any games you're looking forward to at the moment? Because so many are coming out this year.
Any games I'm necessarily looking forward to? Not necessarily. There was a game that came out earlier this year,
Okay.
which was called Aloft. Did you...
I checked. That is a loft.
So, did you ever play a game called... No, it's gone.
Raft.
Not Raft,
It's
but
similar
it's
to Raft.
kind of similar. So in a loft, you have a glider, which is one of the best gliders I've ever played with. And also you have islands. You can make islands into basically airships.
Okay, yeah.
It's a really fun game.
Because I checked it out after you told me about it, and I'll be honest, it does look quite good.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a few other things on my list first for what I want to play before I get to that, but I would have that on like a waiting list.
It is quite a good game. I played it when... I started playing it about 10 days before full release, so I played the demo, and the demo was really fun. And I've been playing the full release, and I am really enjoying it. I don't think there's any games that are coming out soon that I've necessarily been looking for. Or looking forward to.
So you've got GTA 6.
Well,
obviously,
yes, but GTA 6 has been coming out for the past, 20 years.
But they only put like a proper release date recently.
Yes. I don't think it's going to be that good.
No, I think GTA 5 was such a good game that it's going to be hard for it to top. And they've like when you watch the trailer, you got the personalities of the characters quite well from it. It had character. This one just feels like it's going to be because it's back in Vice City, I believe.
I haven't actually seen the GTA 6.
Probably don't watch it on.
The stream's no longer looking.
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
But yeah, I think it's so. Vice City is their version of Florida, and it's like, I feel like it's not gonna feel as like because in the other ones, New York, you can feel like a proper gangster. In GTA 5, you've got all sorts there, and then it's just like Florida. I just feel like you're gonna go around on quad bikes. You know, it's like. It doesn't feel like it's going to have the same... I love the original Vice City, but that was set in the 1980s. So
yeah, I think it worked a lot better. Oh.
So they're the two characters you play.
Your website, please. Why?
So...
Okay, fine. We're not looking at it. But yes, I haven't seen much of it. But I think the major problem they're going to have is GTA 5 is such a big game that they've way overhyped themselves.
Oh god, yeah.
GTA 5 has been around for so long and has so much of an active player base and modding scene, especially with. Do you know what 5M is?
No.
So 5M is a mod for GTA 5, but more specifically, it's kind of a mod manager as well in the fact that it also has a huge community server browser, so you can have a bunch of community servers that are all modded, so you don't get banned or anything. And you're playing with people that have mods, and that's such a wide community because you'll have so many different things that are happening, and like a lot of like big role play servers will be on 5M. So I just don't think they're not going to be able to do it.
No, I've and the thing is as well, we all got really close to those characters. Like those characters are like they're going to be going down as the greatest characters in video game history, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You had Stephen Ogg as Trevor. I'm not going to be able to tell you the names of the other. I only know him because he's always in the news and he's always on TV. But yeah, you had Trevor, Michael, and Franklin. That's Steve Oggs. Yeah.
Michael DeSanto. Does it say character
actors
cast?
There we go. Ned Luke is Franklin, and I think Sean, who played Franklin, was I think he's got a famous cousin.
And is he?
I swear it was him. I think he had a famous cousin.
We are. I'm slowly figuring out who people are.
They literally look like their characters, though.
They look basically exactly. So Ned Luke playing Michael.
Stephen
Ogg, as you said. Jay.
I've never seen Lester's actor before. That's.
They look very similar. Again.
There was a thing. Do you remember Lad Bible back when that was a thing?
Yes, I do remember.
There was a guy in my college who looked like Lester. Someone took a picture of him and it ended up on Lad Bible, and it ended up getting like millions of likes.
Oh damn!
Because the picture just was captioned when Lester, when are you going to drop the next heist? And I was like, I know that. That's my sixth form.
That was an interesting topic. How did we get?
Well, I'm very good at taking things.
You're
off
very
the
good
rails.
at just kind of derailing a whole conversation. It was quite impressive.
But I mean, I'm very good at improvising, but I will not stick to one topic. I will just
well,
keep going.
no, a script is the baseline. We don't even. By the way, to clarify, we don't have a script.
It's more of a guideline.
We've been talking about Pirates of the Caribbean for most of today.
Such a good film.
Which one? You said which one your favourite was?
Dead Man's Chest.
Dead Man's Chest. Yes. Which one did I say?
You said World's End.
World's End.
Dead Man's Chest, and I will say mainly because of the scene with the water wheel. You know, where they find Davy Jones' heart, and then they have to fight.
Oh, right, yes.
And it gets loose. But yeah, that's one of my favourite movies of all time.
To be fair, the actor that plays Davy Jones does it really well.
Do you know who he is?
Yeah, but I don't know his name.
What do you know him for?
Not Davy Jones.
Yeah.
Oh, what is he in? Oh no, Adam, why have you done this to me?
Okay, what if I told you he was in Shaun of the Dead?
I know he's the dad in Shaun of the Dead,
Phil,
but that's not what I know him from.
Is it by any chance? Let me think of it. He's been in so much.
He's a very popular actor.
Do you like rom-coms? He's in About Time.
No.
Do you like The Magic Roundabout? He was Dylan the Rabbit in that.
Was he?
He was.
Oh, that's an odd
cast,
callback.
That is a goated cast. Trying to think of anything else.
I need to look up the cast of the Magic Roundabout. The
So-
Magic Roundabout was my childhood.
Bill Nye is the actor's name.
Yes, it is.
This is the TV show.
This is the TV show.
You want the movie?
I want the movie. Why would you even? Who would want the television show?
Like, the dog was Robbie Williams. Lee Evans was the train. Tom Baker, the former Doctor Who, was Z-Bad.
What? What is this?
Jim Broadbent was the snail, Brian. Ray Winston was the soldier who helps out the bad guy. Joanna Lumley was Ermintrude the cow. Who else do I recognise from here?
Bill Hadler?
I think that's the American version.
This might be the American version.
That's a really good cast. I've never
Judi
seen
Dench was in it?
because Chevy Chase, John Krasinski. I've never seen the American version, but even they've got a great cast.
Damn, this is just an overall really good cast.
I didn't realise they had an American and a British version though.
No.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Dun, dun, dun. I didn't realise we had these beds when I was here.
This is an instrumental.
Yes.
It is labelled as a bed, admittedly. But I just picked a random one. I had no idea what this was going to sound like. This is about what I expected. Right.
Should we play a song?
We should probably play a song, because if not, we're just going to keep talking to ourselves. Before we do that, would you like to suggest a song to go in the next lot, or are you happy with the songs we currently have?
I really like Sweater Weather.
I'm happy with Sweater Weather.
I don't know the song after
I don't
that.
know the other two.
What should we go for? Give me a decade.
1980s.
1980s. Let's see. Do you have any Huey Lewis in the news?
Oh, do we have any?
Do you like Huey Lewis in the news?
How on earth am I spelling that?
Huey.
We have The Power of Love.
Yeah, Back to the Future. Great one.
Wonderful. So, would you like to introduce the songs that are coming up, Adam?
So coming up next, we've got Sweater Weather by The Neighbourhood and The Power of Love by Huey Lewis in the News from the Back to the Future soundtrack.
We'll see you in a bit.
Goodbye.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back.
Hello! We're back!
We're back again.
I should have taken a sip of water.
Welcome back, everyone. We figured out what we were going to talk about, didn't we?
Yes, the Oscars.
The Oscars. We are going to talk about the Oscars.
We're going to have a bit of class on this show.
A bit of are we going to talk in a little bit of a posher tone? I don't quite know what voice I'm doing.
No, yours isn't posh. If you want to do posh, you've got to go like properly in the back of the nose.
Oh, I don't think I can do that anymore.
I mean, I could do Boris Johnson. Would you like that? Would you like a show presented by former Prime Minister Boris Johnson?
Yeah, go on.
So to do Boris, you have to talk and from the back of your nose, and you have to say that a lot. And so we're doing the Oscars. Yes, brilliant movie. Yes, that's what you do. You just make random noises, and you kind of got a Boris.
Has the Oscars actually been?
I think it was the Oscars.
No, the Oscars is in March.
There was what was it? The BAFTAs, maybe? What was the
BAFTAs? We are doing something.
There was a movie awards.
Hey, Owen, if you're still listening, do you want to tell us what the award that's just happened? It was the BAFTAs.
It was the BAFTAs. There we go. The
We're
British Academy Film Awards. The BAFTAs.
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 The BAFTAs. Yes. Well, quite. What happened?
I love that you've gone for the Wikipedia page for your research.
Honestly, it was the first one that came up. So we're gonna go for the BAFTAs. Oh look, it's David Tennant. We love David Tennant.
Oh, he sung a song at the BAFTAs.
Oh, he did. He
Yes.
sung. Oh, I have been messaged. Thank you very much. Hosted by David Tennant for the second year running. Thank you very much for the inside information. But yes, we're going to talk a little bit about the BAFTAs. Which one would you like to talk about first? We don't
Oh,
necessarily.
who got animated film? That was near the top.
Animated film? Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul.
Get him, my
What
son.
a surprise! Not a surprise. Honestly, The Wild Robot. Did you watch that?
No, but I've been wanting to. I didn't like Inside Out 2. I'm not a big fan of
I haven't
Disney
watched
sequels.
it, but I know I wasn't going to like it. The Wild Robot was really good. I know someone
Yes.
who cried and bawled their eyes out. I didn't, but it was a very good film to watch. It was a very fun film.
I mean, I've cried at films. I've cried at 3 films before.
I have cried at films, but I haven't in a while. Do we want to do short animation?
I don't think we'll know who
No.
any of those. Short films tend to be like internet ones.
How about we just do adapted screenplay?
Okay. Conclave, I actually watched.
Have you?
And so I've always been interested in theology. So RE was one of my favourite subjects. Yeah, I didn't do well in it though. But Conclave, I have to say, I was a little bit. I don't think it should have won. Don't get me
No?
wrong. It was enjoyable for me. It was very long and slow, and it was meant to be I won't spoil too much. Basically, they're trying to elect the new pope, but there's a lot of drama going around, and then they're all just trying to throw each other under the bus,
Right.
which weirdly is perfect time. Not perfect. That sounds like a really bad choice of word. It's like what coincidental timing, because it is likely it could be happening soon, because the pope is currently in hospital with multiple things: bronchitis.
Oh, dear.
What's the one with the lungs?
Pneumonia. Pneumonia.
And 2 failed livers.
Oh dear, that's not
Yes.
very good at all.
So it could be relevant in the future because it is politics in the church. But I won't go into too much to talk about that area.
Conclave also won Best Film.
Again, I'll be honest, I didn't watch any of the other ones. So
No,
I
I didn't
can't really
either.
compare it.
Children film. Oh well, of
Wallace
course.
and Gromit.
Wallace and Gromit again. Cinematography.
A Brutalist I didn't
Oh,
watch.
Dune Part 2 and Nosferatu both
not
got.
watched Nosferatu
I haven't
either.
watched Nosferatu. I haven't watched Dune actually.
Do you want me to tell you the best film about Dracula? It was
Yeah.
actually a short series, and it's the BBC one. Did you ever watch that? It is so.
Which one is that?
It was a 3-part story, and it goes into modern day as well. So it starts off in the 1800s.
Okay.
The guy they get looks so much like Christopher Lee, who played the original Dracula movie. Like, he wasn't Nosferatu, but like when Dracula had an official movie,
Yeah.
it was Christopher Lee. They got him to look like that, but then they also went through their own roots and their own way. And the stories were really good because each one was a sort of standalone story, but continuing on from the other. And I really enjoyed it because it was a refreshing take, but it appreciated where it came from.
Similarly, on that vein, also costume design, Wicked obviously won, which isn't much of a surprise. I didn't particularly like Wicked.
Not my cup of tea.
No, that's fair enough. But on a similar vein to Nosferatu and Dracula, have you watched What We Do in the Shadows?
Yes. Which one, the TV show or the movie?
The TV show.
Yes, I've watched both.
Oh, have you?
Hello, Colin Robinson.
Matt Berry is...
Would you like a... This song is giving me a flashback to a story about Matt Berry.
Yeah, go on.
Do you want to know an interesting fact about Matt Berry?
Go on.
Have you ever watched Strictly Come Dancing?
I have not.
Oh, but you know the theme tune? You know...
Yeah.
There's a guy in it that goes, hey, that is Matt Berry.
That's Matt Berry.
Matt Berry is the random hey guy in the Strictly Come Dancing theme tune. Do you have it? See if it's on the system.
We might have the Strictly Come Dancing theme tune. On other news, do you want to touch on a film that you're looking forward to? Like any films that you're looking forward to this year to watch?
Any films that I'm looking forward to this year? I can't think of any off the top of my head.
No.
Is Sonic 3 still in cinemas?
I'm not sure. You know. I was planning on watching Sonic 3. In fact, I got an invitation to. But that I haven't heard anything back.
Really? Oh,
possibly one of our viewers at home might know. Possibly they're typing. Possibly one of our viewers at home might know a little bit more.
I'm going to Google movies of 2025 just to see what there is.
And there has been a lot of films that have come out.
Let's see. Any...
Captain America: Brave New World came out.
I heard it's got mid reviews.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Marvel's on a bit of a rough spot at the moment. I think they've had some troubles because the main story with Thanos is over, but they also have so many movies to catch up on.
The bottom one specifically. So we have just been accused. Oh, apparently Captain America 4 is being overhated.
Oh, okay.
Not our views. That is the views of previous host of Phantom Radio, head of last year, Owen Williams, who was also the host of Film Talk, which was a show that aired last year, and I have been complained at, as I've been complained at many times actually, for stealing their show idea.
What, for talking about films?
Yes.
Who? I mean, I've never heard it being done before.
So we won't give credit, but I will say that both Ethan and Owen did do a show last year. If you'd like to look at it, please go onto the Spotify and look at the Phantom or all of the shows playlist for all of our podcasts of all the past shows.
I would also like to
except from some of Adam's that got deleted because there was music in it.
I would also like to add that the Adam Peagle show, which has been around much longer than Owen's show, touched upon movies all the time. The problem is it's so old. It's basically like The Simpsons, because The Simpsons is so old they've just done everything at this point.
Yeah.
So it's hard to be new. But I never had a main focus on movies. I would just talk about movies if they're coming up.
Movies
so
is part of it.
I will give credit to Owen, as Owen had a very... I used to tune into Owen's show.
To be fair, I also used to tune in to Film Talk.
So while I won't give Owen the credit for being the first person on Phantom to talk about movies, I will give Owen the credit for having a high quality show where
it was a good show. Is there any other interesting ones? Editing might be fun. Okay. Oh, it was Conclave again. Well,
yeah, that's the thing. Look, they're all the same, like 4 movies.
They're all the same 4 films because.
What about leading actors and actresses? There we go. I don't know who that is.
I know none of these people.
Don't know who that is. Don't know. I know. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but she was in
this one.
Saroy Ronan.
Oh, this one.
Yes. I also know who Demi Moore is, and Cynthia Erivo, wasn't she the Angela Bassett did the thing? Viola Davis, My Woman King.
What?
It was the cringiest song ever. However, it was so incredibly catchy. So she was meant to do a song about women in the industry.
Right.
And there was good intent there, but the song itself was just so bad because it was sort of like a talk kind of song. And she just starts calling out people in the audience, and like you could tell they weren't expecting to be called out.
Yeah.
And it's just like, Angela Bassett did the thing, Viola Davis, My Woman King, Kate Blanchett, you're a genius, and Jamie Lee, you are all of us. And it was like, it just didn't. It was like
didn't fit.
Yeah, it was like this is a movie show. What's happened here? But that's the only reason I know her is because while that song was bad in style and writing, it's so incredibly catchy. So I will give her the credit there for it being so incredibly catchy.
That's fair. The last BAFTA we are going to touch on is sound, because I think this is a very big thing in films, is sound design. And Dune obviously won because it's, it has the most chance for sound design.
I mean, isn't it just drums and chanting from time to time, and then you've got the doo, 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 I am Paul Atreides.
I need you to voice over the entirety of Dune Part 2 with your own voice sound effects.
Do I just do my terrible impressions for the different voices?
Yes.
Just all of a sudden, just my bad Matt Berry of, hello, I am Paul Atreides. That wasn't even a good Matt. That was even worse.
Okay.
We're losing it. We're going insane.
We're going insane. So we're going to go back into another music section, and then we might have 1 or 2 more talking sections after this, depending on how much time we had left.
Yay. Yay.
You seem so happy, Adam. But please enjoy Fireflies and What the Hell, and we will see you in a little bit. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Adam Pickle Show.
The Adam Pickle Show. We've just been ruining our vocal cords.
In the break, we've been doing a bunch of accents because I don't know, we're going insane.
Impressions, really.
Impressions, yes, not necessarily accents, but we're doing a lot of impressions. You did a couple accents.
Yes. Yeah.
But we've been doing a bunch of impressions, which means our voices now sound like they want to murder themselves.
I did a really bad Arnie, and now I'm just all croaky because it's one that takes it out of you from the back of your throat. It's just
it's a difficult thing to do. So, what shall we talk about now? Because we're very good at not preparing, apparently.
But we're also good for just kind of winging it, really.
Yeah, we can just wing it. What do you want to chat about?
I mean, what's happening with you? the shock on your face, just
like, honestly, not that much. I've got people at home. Anyone that's listening.
People of Britain.
People
of Britain.
Britons.
Oh, that wasn't bad. That was the guy from the X Factor. People of Britain. Rachel Adedeji. It's time to face the music. Sorry, we're both going insane.
We're
today.
going. This is the problem of being at work and then doing this.
Because you're drained by the time
you're
start
drained
the
from
show.
work, and now we're just going insane. I am currently surviving off 2 hot chocolates and a Dr. Pepper.
I have water. I don't know why I didn't want a synchromic face in the end. I have water.
Oh, you're going to kill me. Right. Yes, not much has been really happening. I am now in my 3rd year of university. Actually, to clarify, I'm near the end of my 3rd year in university, and I need to submit my dissertation poster this week.
What's your poster about?
It's about my dissertation, mate.
What's your dissertation about?
Sign language and stuff in it. I might have said this on there before. I don't know if I have. But my dissertation, if I have said this before, I apologise, is I'm using a VR headset, specifically a Quest 3, to track and decode sign language, or more specifically BSL and finger spelling, just to kind of limit myself a little bit so it's not a PhD study.
Spelling my name. that's the little bit of the only sign language I know is to ask what is your name and to say my name is Adam. And that's all my sign language.
I guess that would get you a little far, but then you wouldn't get anywhere else.
As long as I can spell my way through, just like unless I get to the zoo and I have to spell hippopotamus.
Well, spelling's fine if you don't understand what they're signing at you.
Yes.
You'll just be like, some signs that might be helpful for you to know is don't sign.
I'll be honest, that's one of the things I learn whenever I go to different countries. For example, when I went on a Berlin trip to Germany, meine Deutsche nicht gut, which is my German's not good. And as soon as you say that, they go, you're English.
You could also do I'm learning sign slow, or if you do it slowly. It's fast or slow.
I think for me, I'd have to go proper, just barely moving about.
There for the next hour. But what's going on with you? How's it going in your life?
A lot of stuff's happening at the moment. I've booked a decorator to come in and do the dining room at the moment.
Lovely.
So that's a lovely adult thing to do.
It's very adult.
I'm trying to learn Chinese, specifically Mandarin, and I went to a book sale on the weekend, and I bought a Chinese to English guide. I didn't realise how old this was though, and I realised it was old because when you get to certain bits, it's like, I would like to write you a traveller's check, or can you transfer my money into French francs or the German Deutschmark? And it's like, do you want to know how long it's been? The euro, I think itself got introduced in 2002, but it was originally proposed in the Schengen Agreement, which I think was 1997. I'm not expecting you to spell Schengen Agreement.
Agreement. Aha.
So I said about
95. 1995.
It's 2 years off.
Which is basically 30 years ago.
Yes,
Well, it
29
is,
years and 10
but
months.
because it was in March, but 30 years ago.
Yeah. So we realised, this is an old book. We tried to figure out what it was. It was from like 1982, and at the back of it, it's got a little postcard that you used to be able to get in these books, where if you sent that off with £5, you could get the cassette tapes to help you learn as well. And I'm kind of considering whether to send it off just to see if I can get a cassette tape.
I really think you should. If it's only £5, I feel like you should just.
I don't even know if it exists anymore.
It probably doesn't.
No.
So the worst that's going to happen is it either gets returned to you or someone yoinks it.
Yes.
and then it's just £5. So
Just a random person in the building. Just something.
just like, ooh.
Oh, I think I've got this cassette tape.
I've got some of these around here, just in the attic. Finds the single cassette tape that's left. Do you even have anything to play cassettes?
Yeah.
Oh, you do.
I mean, my degree was radio, but I was a huge audio nerd. And I had record players, I had cassette tapes. If you ever get into cassettes, just go on eBay and type in cassette job lots. You can get 100 cassettes for like 50p.
Oh.
But the problem is you don't know what you're getting. You can only see the ones on top.
Yeah.
And I did it once, and I put in a random cassette, and it was someone had recorded a christening from like 1989.
Oh.
And it's poor quality. But why would you record a christening when you can't even hear the vicar in the back because it's just like, it's just.
Did you just the way that was that the thing from Monty Python and the Holy Grail? That's what it sounded like.
What?
You did. What did you say?
What, the chant?
Yeah.
I just made up a random group. Are you thinking of when they're hitting themselves with the ball?
Yes.
That is.
Why do you know that?
I'm a movie nerd. I know that's. I don't remember anything of use in life, but I can always give you random trivia. If you ever need to know a fact about any of the presidents of the United States or any of the kings and queens
We
of
were
Britain,
having a chat about Teddy Roosevelt earlier today.
I do. One of my favourite presidents. Don't get me wrong, he had some bad views, but that was because of the time. But for his time, he was incredibly progressive. I mean, he did so much. He was very athletic. He built a tennis court, which I think was where they built the Oval Office on top.
Oh,
I
interesting.
would rather have a tennis court than an office. Imagine having a tennis court in your house.
It'd be a bit weird. Please step into my office.
We'd like to talk about the relationship in the Baltic Seas. 20 love.
Just an umpire always sat there waiting.
Just when the two countries are debating, and then someone does a really good debate, and it's like 30 love. Just.
There is something that you might not have noticed about the studio actually that I've just remembered. If you look behind you to your left, you will notice there is a bottle with ice.
7-Up, yeah.
The 7-Up. That has been here for longer than I've been here. I recently added ice to it, but that bottle has been here for years.
I'm wondering if it's from my time.
I imagine it might have been.
Probably was me, because I remember we tried to get to record a show in here before the pandemic shut down and the university kicked us out. So that makes me feel old. Do you know, I graduated 5 years ago.
You graduated 5 years ago.
I know.
Adam, I came here 3 years ago.
That's the dust and wind of time. Just
With the little tumbleweed rolling by. Do you know something even crazier?
what?
5 years ago,
Yes.
I just finished my GCSEs.
Oh.
I hadn't even done my A-levels yet.
No. Do you want to know when I finished my GCSEs?
When?
2015. 10 years ago.
What was the gap?
What do you mean?
10 years ago.
10 years ago. Then I went to do A level.
Yeah,
And I
which is
finished
2
my-
years.
Well, I finished my A level in 2017,
Oh, right, and then there's a... Yeah.
and then I went straight to university. So from 2017 to 2020,
How is it 10 years ago then?
because 2015.
Oh.
Because I've been working here for 3
You've
years.
been working here
But
for 3 years.
I graduated in 2020, came back in 2022.
And now it's 2025. You've been here for so long.
I'm basically the furniture. Like, genuinely, there's a picture on the wall of the office. I've outlasted 70% of the people in the picture.
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
Part of the ship, part of the crew. Yeah, we're going insane.
We are going fully insane.
This is going to become like a padded room just for us.
Honestly, this might be... We might end the show here in a little bit, but we'll figure it out.
We always do.
We always eventually figure it out. Do we have anything we want to talk about, Adam?
Do we have anything we want to talk about?
What have we talked about so far? We've talked about movies.
Movies.
We've talked about
Games.
games.
Yeah.
We've briefly talked about what we've been doing. You're getting a decorator in.
Yes.
Is there anything else happening with you?
I'm considering joining a sports team. Don't know what. I just want to kind of get out of the house more because I feel like I've become a bit of a not a social recluse, but like I still see my friends, but I kind of want to do something that is.
You want to get
just-
out and get active, kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I used to do jogging, but I don't like that because I do it in the middle of the night.
Why?
I don't like people watching me exercise.
But the middle of the night is not the safest plan.
No, but me and my mates, we always had a thing where so back when I was a student here, there was kidnappings, and I used to walk my friends home because we all agreed I'll be fine as long as I don't speak.
Right.
Because I'm a big lad. It's,
I'm a big lad.
I'm 6'3",
Absolute
6'4" on a
unit.
good day. I'm quite broad-shouldered, kind of thing. And I feel like as well, I've got what is called resting depressed face, where I just look like
That's true. I was imagining you smiling at them.
just walk around. Good evening. Top
Hello.
morning. Oh, just imagine. I would be the guy who helps the kidnappers kidnap me because I don't want to be an
It's like, well,
inconvenience.
yes, of course. Sorry.
So no,
Behind my back.
You've left the rope a bit loose.
Yes. Do you want to tie it up? I've got something in my pocket here.
I've got a pocket knife. Take that out, or else I'll get out.
Yeah.
I'm a cheeky little scamp.
I'll give you a stabbing. Cheeky little scamp. What has happened? Okay, tell you what. Is there any union-based events that you would like to talk about that are coming up?
Yes, there's so many events that we have going on at the moment.
There is. Would you like to have a chat about
I
that?
was not prepared for this though.
I know you're not. So I'm going to give a little bit of a preface to give you a couple seconds to think. What we're going to do, stream and radio, we're going to talk about some union events that are coming up, and then we're going to end the show there. Because I think both me and Adam need to go home.
I've got a nice spaghetti bolognese in the fridge.
Oh, lovely.
Made
Lovely,
it
man.
myself
When did you make it?
last night.
Oh, yeah,
don't want to keep the food in the fridge for too long.
yeah, that's fair enough. Anyway, yes. For those, sorry, to re-clarify, for those of you who don't know, Adam is the student representation coordinator in the union as part of the voice team.
You were the only person in the union who actually uses my title correctly. They all still call me the rep coordinator.
You're the student representation coordinator.
And then they merged my role, and now I'm the representation coordinator. I've got to pick it myself. But yes, I am the representation coordinator. I'm from the voice team, and one of the big things we have coming up is the union elections. Ooh! And
Wait. No, quickies. Oh, hang on.
you're going to try and get sound effects. Well, let's rewind there.
Hang on. This might work. We're gonna test if clapping works, but I don't think it will.
The
Say it again.
union elections. It's a very sad applause. Like, that's the kind after a speech that no one's cared about.
Yeah, but they work.
But yes, we have the union elections going on. So if you are in your third year or about to take a placement year and you're looking for something to do, we're currently looking for the new VPs or president. The VPs or president is a full paid role. So if you're graduating, it's nice to have a job just out of university because it can be hard, don't get me wrong. So if you're interested in that, you have to run in the elections. And I love election season. I do. I'm not allowed to help people with it, but I love it because I'm a politics nerd. And there's so much you can do with campaigning, and people don't do traditional campaigning anymore, which I hate. They just do a post on Instagram and hope for the best. People need to get out there, talk to students, cakes, badges, that kind of stuff, and it will be I want to see more students going for these roles because last year we only had a fair few. Only 2 people went for VP education, but the year before we had quite a few. So I think if you're interested in making a difference and you want a chance to keep the uni life going, because
Just a little bit longer.
I would say go for it because there's no harm in going for it. Also, the job market's not the best at the moment.
It's not.
No.
I can tell you someone that's as a third year, it's not the best place to be.
So if you're looking for a job straight out of uni and you want to make a difference for the university, if you want to make sure that students' voices are heard and you're fighting the good fight, then go for it. We have so many roles available. We've got the president. They look over everything we do at the union. We have the VP education, so everything to do with academic side and student representation. We have the VP welfare. That's there to look after student well-being, so mental health, just general well-being as it is. And we also have the VP activities. So if you're sports, societies, or student-led services, and you like that side, you want to host events, you want to make sure that this active community we have at the union is still going ahead, then why not go for that?
Yeah.
How was that?
That was very well explained.
Thank you. I thought I'd explain it in a way where people can actually relate to it, because I feel like if I just do that, it's a great way of people just zone out.
They'll zone out and they're not really paying attention.
I'm a realist.
Like, is there one other event that you want to kind of highlight, other than the elections is going to be a very big thing for the next month, really, isn't it?
Yes.
So, is there any smaller events that you might want to highlight that are coming up soon? You're looking at me like there isn't. I'm not saying there needs to be.
There are events going on, but I wasn't prepared. Sky didn't tell me there was going to be anything about the union on the show today, so I hadn't come
I
prepared.
admittedly didn't. So I will let you off. But instead, if you would like to know... Oh,
Can I add one, though?
go for it.
Are you a student here at the university? Do you have a member of staff or a fellow student who has really helped your time here at the university? Why not nominate them for the... I'm doing it with a straight face. Why not nominate them for an education award? There are so many available, whether it's your lecturer, your program leader, even a janitor, security guard, the people who are down in the canteen, anyone who's helped you out for that side, whether it's someone on your course who's made a difference, made you smile every day, made you get through the course, whether it's your rep, your PAL leader, the officers, anyone who represents you. If you have a reason to nominate someone here at the university, please do. You can find the nominations on our website. If you're a rep or officer, we've posted it in the teams. But yeah, it's a great way to get involved. It's an affordable night out as well. We put on good food. All the higher ups of the university are there. We make it. It's the Oscars really of the education season, and we get live music. There's all sorts of fun to go ahead. I've done it. This will be my fourth one coming up.
Fourth?
Yeah, so I kind of caught the end of 2022.
Oh, okay.
Was it my fourth? Yeah, it's my
fourth.
It's my fourth.
Nice.
So yeah, it's a great event. And it's a really nice way to be part of the community and thank the people who have really made your educational difference for you.
Oh, lovely.
I've got a future in adverts.
You've said that before. You've done this before. But if there is, for the other events, because we do have a lot of events that are coming up, and there is a lot of them, and it is sometimes difficult to keep track. If you head to our website, which is www.derbyunion.co.uk, on our homepage you will see that we have news. We have a section of news which has all of the news coming up, and if it's not on there yet, then it will be. But most big events that are on there should be on there, and if not, they will be released soon. But yeah,
I thought of a small one, but I feel like it's a bit too late now.
it's a little late.
It's a little late. We'll leave it for now.
We'll leave it for now.
Yeah.
But I hope everyone at home enjoyed the show. This was a bit random.
I hope you enjoyed it, Owen.
Owen, I hope you had a good time. But I hope you enjoyed it.
I've enjoyed it. It's nice to be back.
It's lovely to be back. I admittedly haven't been back in a while either, but it's lovely to be back. But now we must go.
Oh no!
So from us here in the studio,
Goodbye.
have a lovely evening, and we will catch you again next time. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye.